All right, welcome to another video. Today I'm bringing to you a review of the Peak Design Tote Bag. For those of you that have seen some of my other videos, you know that I love Peak Design and their style and aesthetic and everything. And recently my girlfriend needed to get a new tote bag, and as we were looking at them, I managed to convince her to try out the Peak Design Tote and see what she thought about it. And now she's had it for a couple of weeks, and I wanted to bring to you a review of it. So let's check it out. If you're familiar at all with the Peak Design style, this bag won't look too dissimilar to you. It's got that gray waterproof fabric and the brown highlights, brown leather highlights. This is very similar to the 5-liter sling bag that I showed you a couple videos ago. So nothing too different from a design aesthetic, but if you like it, all the better. Let's take a look at what the exterior looks like and some of its features, and then we'll jump into the interior and then finish off with some final thoughts. First off, there are a couple of different ways that you can carry this bag. The first is your more traditional tote carry with the double straps here. You can also lengthen one of these straps and use it as kind of over the shoulder or crossbody sling type messenger bag kind of carry. I wasn't a huge fan of that because you can only do it when you lengthen one side of the strap, and that felt a little awkward to me, so I wasn't a huge fan of it. Also, on the back side here, there are some straps that you can extend, and you can turn it into a backpack kind of carry if you're carrying something especially heavy inside the bag and you need that kind of support, which is kind of an interesting and very Peak Design like sort of thought process in having a lot of different options in how you use their bag. There's also on the front of the bag here, there is this strap that you can detach and extend, and then on the top of the bag there's a little latch here at the top, which when you extend this front, you can lock it and then tighten it down so that you can keep it locked if you're traveling or anything like that, and don't want anybody trying to get into your bag or anything like that, which is a nice little thing for them to do. Another very Peak Design thing is their inclusion of a key fob strap here on the side of the bag, so you can use their key latching system that they have if you've seen these with other bags. So you can clip this in and then carry your keys around, which is very convenient. You can kind of stick it into the bag. They do this also on the Peak Design Everyday backpack, and I love that as well. They do have also a front pouch here that has 2 compartments. It has a large compartment and then has also a smaller compartment. You can stick your phone in there, but there's a little concern that the strap is running down the middle here, and you might scratch your phone or something like that. You position the phone facing outward so that you protect the screen and you don't scratch it or anything like that. On the back side of the bag, there's also a loop here, which is Velcroed, but this allows you to connect it to your luggage if you have some pull luggage. Also, something similar to what they do on the Peak Design Everyday backpack, which makes this very convenient when you're traveling. One of the coolest features of the bag are these side access panels that they have on both sides of the bag. This allows you to access the internal compartment of the bag. So you just zip it down, open it up, and then right here you have access to the interior. How my girlfriend has it configured is on one side she has her laptop chargers so that she can quickly access them, and then on the other side she has a water bottle access so that the water bottle is not hanging out on a side pocket, catching on things and stuff like that. So it keeps it nice and snug, but you can still access it very quickly. One of the other cool things about these side panels is up the top they have kind of magnetic clasps so that you can just stick it up there and it connects and it doesn't flop open. Then you can just zip it right back up. Super cool. Also on the back side of the bag with these the backpack straps that you can use, you can also extend these out and stick in like jackets or blankets or other things like that, so that when you're carrying it, it's not flopping all over the place. Keeps it nice and snug, and then you can tighten it all up super cool idea. One of the other things that I love about this bag, and in general a lot of the Peak Design bags, is that it stands up on its own. As you can see right now, I'm not holding it and it's not falling over. That is super convenient when you're moving around a lot and you're going between different places. You don't want your bag just constantly falling over. If you've got a water bottle inside that maybe doesn't have the best lid on it or something like that, you don't want it to fall over and then it spills all over your stuff. You can just set this bag down and it stands up on its own. Super, super nice and thoughtful from Peak Design. All right, next we're gonna jump into the interior of the bag and see how it's laid out and how it's in use by my girlfriend. Let's take a look. All right, let's jump into the interior of the bag. And one of the first features, and one of the coolest features about accessing the interior, is just even the top right here, which has a magnetic clasp all the way along the top here. So you open the bag to access the interior, but then you can just let it go and it comes right back together and snaps closed. So you're not worrying about zippers or worrying about leaving it open or anything like that. It just closes all on its own. It's super nice. Thanks, Peak Design. You're wonderful. All right, but let's look inside. And again, this is very familiar to anybody that has seen Peak Design products before or has used them. They have, unsurprisingly, a very spacious interior that is very organized with a place for everything. The bag comes with two of their origami style flex fold dividers. These, of course, are Velcro to the interior and can come out if you want to reposition them in any particular way. They also fold into various different shapes. Like this one here, you can fold down and you can actually fold these up, both of them into these kind of cup holders, which are great because then you've got your headphones or something like that and you just want to drop them inside. They just drop right into those pockets for you, and you're not kind of fishing around in the bottom trying to find your things. How this one is configured has the two dividers kind of separating it into thirds. On one side you got the water bottle I showed you earlier, then a divider with one pocket here, a divider here with another pocket there. In the center is where you can place your wallet, cables, and anything else that you've got that you want to carry with you. On the other side, underneath this pocket, is the charger for the laptop. In the pocket comes those headphones and things like that. On this side, you got a 15-inch MacBook Pro that fits in there. This comes, again, with its own Velcro strap. You can pull it in and out. It's got space for documents, and it's got a sleeve even for notepads, or if you want to slip in an iPad or something like that, a tablet, it fits in here nice and snugly. And it's got these kind of felt interiors so that you protect your screens and things like that and you don't get any scratches. On the other side, you've got your small pockets here at the top where you can carry things like she's got her chapstick and a flash drive, some money, loose money and stuff like that. But you could also, like if you were using this as a camera bag, you could put in batteries or micro SD cards or SD cards or whatever you want to put in here to fit stuff in. You've also got your pockets down here for pens and other post-it notes or other small items to keep them nice and organized. Overall, again, this is very similar to the other Peak Design bags, and it really shows the attention to kind of detail that Peak Design has in terms of wanting to create a lot of flexibility for users so that they can use the bag that they want. That's one of the things that I don't like about other bags, is they force you to do something, whereas this, you've got a lot of different options on how you can use the bag for your own style and your own purposes. So final thoughts on the bag is that it is another great bag from Peak Design, and like I was mentioning earlier, my girlfriend's been using this for a couple of weeks now, and she's received lots of compliments from her coworkers on it, both being an attractive bag and so useful and utilitarian. She has to travel a lot between different work sites, and this allows her to she calls it her mobile office. Before, she used one of those pole briefcases, and that would always trip up on stuff and fall over and get in people's way and stuff, and it wasn't as organized and would fall apart, and that's why she was looking for something new. And now that she has this, she really likes it, and it does a great job for her. Is it the right bag for you? I think that depends on your purposes. You know, maybe you want something that's more of a backpack. Maybe you want something that's more of a camera bag. Maybe you want something that's more of a sling or a messenger bag, or you know, something like that. It kind of goes to your preferences and your personal needs. But I hope that you found this review and overview of the bag useful, and that you learned something. If you liked it, you know, go ahead and hit the like button. If you like my videos in general, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment below if you have any questions or thoughts or anything like that. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care.